it was an amazing experience working with Olivia, not just because she's, an incredibly amazing actress, but she's just an incredibly amazing person.
Hi, Michael.
Hi, you okay?
Yes, I'm doing fine. And you?
Amazing. I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm just chilling.
Yeah, that's amazing. Thank you so much for your time. A pleasure to talk to you and to talk about Empire of Light.
Thank you.
And I want to know, when you first read the script, what got your attention in your character?
Um, when I first read it, to be honest, I didn't fully know how I felt, but I was just excited to, with the possibility of playing a character like this that just is so positive, and just wants to show love and exudes love energy, because it's rare you see, a young black man represented on screen with those things that I said. So I was excited by that. Also, the world was quite exciting for me. Like, the fact that I was, I'm reading the script and I'm seeing beach, like by the beach, and you know what I'm saying? That was exciting. I knew it was gonna be obviously an English beach, so it wouldn't be quite exotic, but there's still that, just kind of, I remember I saw this trailer for Manchester by the Sea and I also ended up watching the film, but I just loved how it looked, it just gave a different feeling. And I just wanted to be involved with something like that as well, especially by the beach in the 80s, with all the cool cars and, stuff like that. So yeah, that's kind of what got my attention, other than the fact that obviously Sam Mendes was doing it with Roger Deakins and Olivia Colman.
Yes, and talking about Sam Mendes, how's your conversations with him for the approach to play Stephen, your character?
Outside of the very early stages, when I actually booked the role and I first came back to London, I was like, I need to sit down with Sam and just talk to him. And yeah, we made it happen. And I was just talking to him about again, more about the story, how I felt, and all of that. And he was just expressing reasons as to why he done it, and where the inspiration for this character came from, which was a lot to do with what was happening at the time and when he wrote it, in terms of 2020 and the George Floyd and Black Lives Matter kind of upheaval, as well as when he was younger as well, kind of comparing it to that. So when he was writing this thing, all of those feelings was poured out into that, which I found was amazing. And just having his understanding of everything as well was beautiful for me. So yeah, it was great creative conversations, very fruitful all the time. I learned so much from just talking to him, and every single time that I met up with him and kept speaking about the character, it was easier for me to formulate what direction I wanted to go in for a character like Stephen.
Yeah, and how was work with Olivia? She's amazing, I know, but this dynamic with her, you guys have so the chemistry works. How was work with her and these conversations with her?
I feel like it was an amazing experience working with Olivia, not just because she's, an incredibly amazing actress, but she's just an incredibly amazing person. She was able to kind of come in and you just feel like you've known her for years and years and years. So, with that being said, I just felt super comfortable to be vulnerable around her. Also just coming in the mornings in a makeup truck, and then we're just playing music and chilling and just having just normal conversations. It was just all connection for me, which was amazing. And I just felt like, obviously I didn't get to do a chemistry read in order to, get the role of Stephen. So I'm glad that Sam trusted that and trusted his instincts with making that decision. But I knew that if I got the role, it would be easy because Olivia Colman is incredible. So yeah, I'm just happy that we got the chance to express that and was able to, lay that all out for the world to now see.
Yeah, and that fight scene was very challenging for you?
To be honest, the fight scene wasn't so challenging in terms of mentally. It was more a physical kind of challenge because I'd injured my shoulder a week or so before, and obviously you can't really cut around it, and stunt doubles and that. It just doesn't make it feel authentic. So I really wanted to do it. So I had to basically suck it up and just put myself through through the ringer. I'd say emotionally though, the scene that kind of got to me the most was actually the scene where Mr. Cooper comes in and he's eating chips. I feel like that's because, you know, not necessarily of what he's doing, because racist people are going to be racist anyway, but it's the fact that someone that, you know, Hilary's not racist, and she has the, you know, she's the manager of the place, and she has the opportunity here to, you know, kick him out and let him know what he done was wrong, and she doesn't do that. That really kind of you know, affected me in a way, because all we want as Black people, you know, especially when we're the minority, and I feel like it's also, you know, like, you know, white people, if they're in Africa and stuff, where they're then the minority, you know, all you want is support, you know. It's better, like, I think we just forget that sometimes, you know. If in that situation Hilary showed Stephen some support, it would have been absolutely fine, you know what I mean? But because, like I said, you can't, you know, dance around the fact that people are going to be racist anyway. But yeah, I think emotionally that one really touched me, and it was harder to disconnect from that. I remember just at the end of that day just thinking, what is actually going on here? And yeah, it was the actor Ron Cook. He was so amazing at playing it, because, you know, it takes a sense of kind of, you know, the task at hand to be able to communicate that in an authentic way, and just fight. And he was just so incredible. But that's the thing about Sam, he can get incredible actors to just come and do one role, because, you know, people just want to be involved and work with Sam Mendes, no matter what.
Yeah, no, that's amazing. That's amazing. Like that, everything that you talk about Olivia, about Sean, about that scene, about if people are racist, they're gonna be racist regardless. Yeah. So aside from this movie, what are you gonna have next for you?
In terms of what's next, got another movie hopefully coming out next year as well. Beautiful Game, with Bill Nighy and directed by Thea Sharrock. Currently working on a film in Italy, which hopefully will be coming out next year as well. But yeah, man, I just hope I continue getting to work and continue to tell loads of different stories and continue to play loads of different characters, stuff that you would never expect me to do, you know, and that will just challenge me as a creative and as an actor. So yeah, man, I feel like that's what you can expect a lot of in the next, for the rest of my career. Hopefully.
Yeah, yes. When you read the script, like any script, did you look for a specific in the character, any specific like characteristic in the character, or you just, if you like it, you like it, or?
Yeah, not necessarily, you know, any specific, but it's like, what does the character represent? And it can be a positive or a negative thing, but what does the character represent, and what does he have to say, you know, in terms of within the story? And I feel like that's really important for me. Like the storytelling is really, really important anyway, but it's the character within that, you know, how does he affect others and stuff like that. I feel like that's really important. So I don't look for anything specific, but I just want to play characters that, you know, have a meaning and have a purpose as a part of the story, and have an impact to the stories as well.
Yeah, and come back to the Empire of Light. Do you what did you learn about yourself, like playing this character?
I learned that I can really, if I dedicate that's why I was so proud when I first watched it. If I dedicate myself to the work, anything's possible for sure. You know, I really felt that, you know, like I watched loads of films. I'm not someone that watches loads of films like that, but I watched all, you know, as much films as I could from the screenplay, and watched loads of other films as well. You know, just kept listening to the music, just throwing myself in there, man. Going to like 80s parties with my acting coach that we could find in London, because I just wanted to know how, you know, like the movement of people that are from that period, which was super important actually. So yeah, man, there was just a lot of that.
That's amazing. Micheal, this is the time that I have with you. I just want to thank you so much for your time. A lot of success, and from Jamaica to the world. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Blessings, man. Bless.
If you like this video, don't forget to comment, to like, and subscribe to our channel right here.